can you speak to how your innovation strategy has evolved, not just because of Avantra, but what's coming down the line? What's next for you guys that's really exciting you, that's powered by these best of breed solutions that you're implementing?
Yeah, so it's an interesting question. Certainly, our innovation strategy at the moment, we see big possibilities in SAP on Azure, and doing more and more there, and how that all fits in with the business technology platform and the general move to the cloud. I think there's a big upturn this year in S/4HANA as well, which is good to see. So where Avantra is kind of helping us with that, aside from the really obvious point of freeing people's time up to work on these innovative things and bringing these new solutions to customers, the sort of, to give one really specific example, S/4HANA readiness has been a really big question this year. So a lot of people are starting, is our system ready for S/4HANA? What's the business case look like? Can we develop that? And SAP have got so many tools, and we have some of our own tools that we can use to assess the system and work out, is this ready for S/4HANA? What technical problems are you going to have? Things like the BSR reports and the actual readiness check itself, etc. Anyone who's tried to run any of those knows that you commit to the meeting with the IT director the following week, and then you discover that the basis team need a week and a half to implement all the SAP notes to get the thing working.
Yes.
So when we first had that problem, what we said was, right, we're going to put custom checks in Avantra. We're going to monitor every single customer system. Have they got that connectivity in place? Have they got various other technical issues? Are those issues there? So we now know that every customer system we're monitoring, we can then run these reports without hitting all those snags and problems. So it's essentially about trying to get the ship in order so that we've got the right platform to then build from for something as major as an S4 project.
Nice.
So that's been quite interesting in itself. I think to be a bit more specific about where the cloud things are going, I think there is definitely a picture of things, for example, running the whole of S/4HANA in the cloud. But what we're seeing even more of in the short term, and what I think's been more common in the current market, has been people connecting cloud services around the core. They innovate around the core picture. So whether that's hyperscaler services or business technology platform, it's happening in a big way. So that introduces this whole big heap of new connectivity requirements. It brings in this whole big heap of a much more hybrid landscape of a lot more things need to be working for an overall process to be working. And they're new things that are stretching people. So what I'm really glad about is that as people are learning about new cloud services and connecting them to SAP, what they're not then having to worry about is learning about how to do bespoke monitoring in the background, because we've kind of got that ability there, and we've got that platform there, and we've got all the existing systems that are under control. And we can say, if we're trying to get something new working and we say, why is this not working? Is SAP down? Like, no, it's not down, because if it was down, we would know if it was down. Of course, you'd always know if it was down, but it can be a much more complicated problem. And that kind of deep monitoring, things like SSL certificates, it's like we don't need to be thinking, is it a certificate issue? Like, we don't need to be thinking about it because we know that's covered. So it's all about, to me, it's about having that kind of platform for building these new things that we're doing next, and having that culture that then comes forward into whatever the new world is technology wise. That to me is where